Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hey everybody, what's good? A&B Show. Brad Tesh coming with you. As always, my partner in crime, Sean Valancourt. Sean, say hello.
What's up, everybody?
We're here today to talk about all kinds of fun things. We're going to touch on UFC, touch on some NHL, March Madness, of course, which just finished up round one. So we'll talk a little bit there. We'll cover some NHL, some NBA, NFL. This is maybe the busiest time of the year for sports for me, Sean, because I feel like there's the most going on. You've got the free agency with NFL, which we're paying attention to. Spring training in baseball, which we haven't. It's not on our list. I meant to add it, so we'll surprise you with that in a minute. Because I have something to say about that.
World Baseball Classic,
That's exactly what it is. And, just all the basketball, the fights are great. Hockey's fantastic. So I think right now is probably, we're just wrapping up the weekend. I've had this is what I've said. This week I've said that the first round of the March Madness tournament is my favorite sporting weekend of the entire calendar year.
Yeah, I can see why, because
I got so much pushback. I got way more pushback than I thought I would.
No, I could see why. One game and then a huge upset. Like I saw, who's the number 2 team? So Alabama made it, but it was
Purdue.
Getting knocked off, and it's like
by the 16 seed.
Yeah. Oh my God! Was it Arkansas?
No.
Who was it?
The 16th seed was like Fairleigh Dickinson, FDU.
Oh my gosh! Like that's crazy to see, and it's one game. Yeah. And that's it. It's over. Like everything you just built up, it's over.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how anybody can have a clean.
I thought about that when I was watching the Purdue players walk off the court. I thought, I wonder how many of those guys told somebody, roommate, girlfriend, parent, whatever, when they were leaving to go to the game.
Yeah.
Because if they won, they would have had to play again on Saturday and then gone home Sunday. Hey, see you Sunday, and then Friday morning they're flying home and they've got to go face that person because they didn't, they got kicked in the teeth.
How embarrassing, right? And the thing is, though, it happens every March Madness. There's one sweetheart story.
There's a couple of them this year.
Yeah.
I'm heavily invested. Sean had texted me on Wednesday night and said, hey, I got the 4 days. Come out to the house and record. And I said, okay. Then I completely forgot. And it's Monday because all I did was
he's been watching March Madness. He's been watching March Madness. So I've let him go with it because it's that time of year. I mean, what are you going to do?
My favorite weekend of the entire year. So.
What are you going to do? You can't reel this guy in and we're watching March Madness. It's like, come on.
Speaking of someone else who can't get reeled in, Sean, it's Jon Jones.
Dude.
Is there anyone better in your mind in the fight game ever?
No.
Just solidified it, right?
Yeah, and you know that I am a George St. Pierre fan.
Jon Jones hater is what you are, but we'll call it what you would call it.
No. You know what? Jon Jones did something unbelievable that night there. I mean, first of all, I always thought that Arturo Gone shouldn't have been in the same octagon with Jon Jones. It should have been Stipe right off the bat.
Sure.
I mean, that's the way I view it.
Sure.
But okay,
no disagreement here. I seem to remember a time, though, right? Check me if I'm wrong, because maybe this is just my revisionist history. But remember when guys would come back after a layoff and they had to take a first fight before they would get the championship fight just to kind of get the rust off?
Yeah.
Not for Jon. Jon goes back in for the belt.
Yeah. I mean,
and maybe the opponent is lesser than.
I don't think. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't.
But not a slouch. Right? I mean,
Gon's number one. He's number one ranked, right?
It wasn't like he came in and fought the 10th or 15th ranked fighter.
No. I mean, you already know Jon Jones is going to come in and he's going to dominate, right? But I mean, if it was anybody else, you have to take a tune-up fight. Yeah. But he walks in, he gets a title shot just because of the name, right? But what he did exactly. I mean, what are you supposed to say? He chokes him out in like seconds. What are you supposed to say to that? Yeah. Oh, he didn't deserve a title shot? It's like, well, he just choked the guy out in seconds.
He just took the number one contender.
Yeah, and made him look
in a way that no one thought he would. We all thought that would be a stand-up battle. there was going to be some kicking involved.
No, I think we all knew like he's going to go and take this guy down.
Not choke him out though. I thought it was
That's true. That's true.
If I tell you Jon Jones by submission in the you're going to take that as a were we going to bet on that?
You're probably going to go with a knockout for sure. But
TKO something, right?
Yeah.
We're not going submission.
But he is. I mean, he has submissions.
I know he does, but when we looked at the matchup in the first fight, and we talked about ring rust, right? For you folks at home, we were at my house watching the fight with some friends of ours, and Sean and I were talking about ring rust and all those things, and there was none of it.
None of it. And that's the beautiful thing about Jon Jones is that he can go away from the fight game. I don't know, do blow, whatever, and then come back in and party like a rock star. Go out there and still perform on Saturday. I don't know. I mean, he's a freak of nature. He is unbelievable. Pound for pound, he is the greatest fighter. I mean, I'm sorry, and I was one that didn't want to give it to him.
I know,
but after you see something like that, what are you supposed to say?
Yeah, it's reignited the UFC.
That's exactly it. Listen, I think that Jon Jones got his demons. I hope that he straightened them out. Because
as long as he fights like that, I don't care what he's doing.
No. I
agree with you. I hope he's a better person. I hope he gets all straightened out.
Because to me, I want to watch more Jon Jones.
Yeah. Well, and that'll be the sad thing of this is that we've lost 5 or so years of all the things together, not injury related.
Yeah.
Right? But behavior related. We've lost about 5 years of Jon Jones in his prime.
Now,
he's still...
Yeah. Now, I love the way, because you know what? Jon Jones also, I mean, I think he's on that right path there, too, where he's talking about Daniel Cormier calling his fight. That I don't think that those guys have some sort of respect after meeting that many times.
Yeah.
And, you can't sit there... I'm sure they're not best friends and calling each other up and giving each other recipes and everything, but... I'm sure that there's some sort of, camaraderie. There's some sort of respect. There's something there that he recognizes, and I love the fact that he recognizes that Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight champion that that UFC has seen.
Yeah.
And for him to call him out, I thought much respect for that, because he recognized that. But he's gonna sell that fight. Stipe is not going to sell that fight. Stipe is just Stipe, right? He's just like, I'm going to show up. I'll be there July,
I'll be there because they can't get it done before.
Yeah. But Stipe is not going to fall into the head games that Jon Jones will play with you. Because that's the thing about Jon Jones as well. He's a master. He's a master at that.
I don't disagree with you. I don't think that he'll fall into the head games outside of the ring. Yeah. I wonder what happens to him in the ring.
Oh.
When John's talking to his ear when he's real close like that, when he's saying those things.
This is the greatest. This is going to be,
is there a fight that you've been more excited to see since maybe...
No, this is definitely the fight.
What about Chuck and Tito 1?
That was a great fight too, man. That was a great fight.
I don't mean that. I mean the anticipation of the fight when you heard the matchup.
This is even bigger than that, because the sport is now so big now. And Jon Jones.
What about Matt Serra GSP?
No, listen. That was a great fight too. Part 2 though. Matt Serra GSP Part 2 was amazing. Yeah. Matt Serra GSP Part 2 was amazing. But this fight right now is as big, I think, of a spectacle as what it should be. I think UFC finally, by bringing Jon Jones back in, it doesn't matter that they lost Ngannou. Ngannou could go wherever he wants. Yeah. Ngannou, whatever, man. But you know what? They're going to pay Ngannou. I guarantee you he's still paid. So 8.2 isn't enough? Is 10 enough for you to come and fight Jon Jones? They're going to pay the man to see that fight. But Stipe... Man, I just want to see. I want to see a good Stipe Miocic in the octagon against him.
We will. There's nothing about Stipe that says
he's a professional. Absolutely,
he's a consummate professional.
Yeah, I just want to see. Yeah, I want to see a good fight. Would I love to see Stipe win? Yeah. Is it probably going to happen? I don't think so. Yeah. But it makes for great. And what about Usman losing to Edwards the third time here? with that majority decision, I don't even know what this majority decision stuff is.
Well, I think for UFC to take the next step forward, and this is how I feel after watching the Jon Jones fight and just kind of getting back my taste for UFC, is they have to clean up the officiating, like how they judge fights.
No.
Because the fights that don't go to the judges are spectacular.
Yes.
The ones that go to the judges are not.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
That's got to be the fix.
Well, first off, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Usman didn't look like he did enough to win back his title.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
You know.
I agree. I just mean in general.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I disagree with the majority decision necessarily. Yeah. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you feel like,
now,
it wasn't that tight. There needs to be a better scoring option. We have too much information available at our hands.
That's exactly it.
This isn't the 50s.
You can't sit there. Yeah, exactly. And especially with the TVs now and everything.
Yeah.
You can see everything. They slow it down. You see it perfectly, so you know if it's a bad decision.
Show me your rating, right?
Exactly.
Show me why.
Yeah. Now, Edwards, I mean, people might be upset because, Usman was about to take him down a second time and he grabbed the fence to let himself not be taken down. But I'm sorry. It's the fight game. Okay, he gets a point deducted from him, but hey, he doesn't go down to the ground.
It wasn't a blow, right?
No.
It's not like it,
I don't know.
There's a spot about where you take a point because you're far enough ahead that you don't want to get beat. Dude. And that's called strategy. So you can't be upset that you were getting your ass kicked so much that a single point didn't hurt you. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I am, man, like I said, I've never been excited like this for this fight coming up in July. And now we have, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have Conor McGregor. I forget who he's fighting.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
But it's a main event, though. It's like it's a main event. It's like
Conor has to show something for us to get excited.
I know.
There's been too many lackluster performances.
I think that he's been half the problem, like him and some of these other guys that came in.
Conor going to fight Floyd, and then not really fighting, diminishes his shine in the UFC, and then he doesn't come in dominant. He didn't come in and I make fun of GSP a lot, but he still, whenever time he came back into the octagon after whatever he was away from, was a dominant performer.
Yeah.
Every time a guy has been gone, whether it's suspension or illness or whatever, personal reasons, when they come back in, the greats are dominant.
Yeah.
There's you understand that's a championship pedigree, and Conor doesn't have it or doesn't care enough to show it.
Yeah.
Which to me makes him less of a champion. But
I hated the fact that early in his career they're comparing him to Muhammad Ali, and now it's like
but they were just searching for someone to fill the spot. They were just getting, you know what I mean? I agree with you. I'm not saying like they just didn't have anybody else. He was just the next hot thing.
Absolutely.
And he sold it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's a miniature Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Just in some regard, right? Without the pedigree.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, but he had a great Friday, I'm sure. So
yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he made a bunch of money. I can't tell you I was in Dublin 6 months ago, and I can't tell you how many people walking around the streets down there told me they trained or had gotten into a street fight with Conor McGregor, and I just thought,
everybody, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys are all 5'9", 170 pounds.
They're all doing it, eh?
Yeah, they're all fighting.
Wow.
They all know Conor.
All right. So all right. Are you excited for Stipe?
Yeah.
Jon Jones. All right.
There we go. I mean, we haven't in my house. My house hasn't bought a fight in probably 2 years.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Maybe longer, but we paid for the Jon Jones, and we'll pay for Stipe Jones too because
oh yeah, off the chain, buddy, off the chain. It's like
bringing the food out, like the whole deal. It's like it's 2009 all over again. Right back in the early heyday.
Yeah, I think now they're starting to get their names in there. They're starting to get their people in there.
Well, the quality's so high.
Exactly.
We've talked about the reason to not buy pay-per-views is because the prelims are so much better than the cards have been.
Yeah.
Because they're running cards on name recognition alone, and the prelims were so much better.
So I was just watching on my own some Bellator, right? And it's like Ryan Bader is the heavyweight champion now.
What? Ryan Bader's still fighting?
Yeah, over in Bellator. He's the heavyweight champion over there. I mean, he fought Emelianenko to defend his title. I mean, like these are guys are just
guys
a little.
We were very excited about those guys 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, and cool. I mean, you have these guys still doing their fighting dreams and everything, but the UFC, I tell you what, this is why they're the cream of the crop, because you have talent like Jon Jones, Stipe Miocic, and I'm sorry, if Ngannou wants to make money, he's gonna have to go back with Dana White. It's just the way.
Wants to make real money.
Exactly. I don't know if Dana's already put him on his blacklist, but
maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But I mean, he's got a trilogy of Stipe to run out with Jon Jones.
That's exactly it. He's
got the money made.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, man, I know you're not big into the NHL. I know that. But
especially right now, but yes, go ahead.
Yeah, especially right now. But here's the thing: is that we're creeping slowly towards the playoffs.
Yeah, I've got a circle on my calendar. It's like 10 days from now. I'll start paying attention.
Yeah, 10 days. Well, I mean, like, what was it?
Like 19 days left in the regular season, something like that.
No. There's like 14 games left in the regular season.
So 19 days left in the regular season?
A little over that, about 25. 25 days.
See? Yeah. I'll pay attention to the last 10.
Yeah. So we're there. The Kraken look like they're going to make it. I don't think they're going to get first. I think that's the Kings. The Kings are going to run away with that in the Pacific. Edmonton is coming on strong. I don't know. They could leapfrog over the Kraken. Kraken are going to make the playoffs. I just don't know whether they're going to sit there.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's that the Kraken are, Seattle's darlings, but we're finding out the Mariners have a lot of staying power because spring training's about to break and all of Seattle is a buzz about.
Well, dude, yeah, we'll get to that, okay?
I'm saying
that too.
I know
you made your trades. You made your trades. You did all this. The Mariners look good. Yeah, the Mariners look good.
Everyone
but I noticed the Jays.
WBC, no one got hurt.
The Jays look good too, though. Don't forget.
Not everyone. Yeah. I don't forget.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to be as good as Seattle, but
they might be. We're still cursed. It's fine.
But having said that, though, I mean, the Kraken, not bad. Second year, they're going to make the playoffs. I wouldn't want to face them in the first round.
No,
because they're going to be an upstart team.
Yeah,
they don't know any better. It's like
all that energy.
Absolutely,
like March Madness all over again.
Exactly. I think it's going to be great.
Sometimes the favorites don't come through.
Yeah. I personally, I think like the East.
You know what they should do in hockey to make it a better postseason tournament? It should be a elimination for the first 2 rounds, and then go to best of 3 the rest of the way out.
That's stupid. I'm sorry. You need the best of 7. It has to be the best of 7.
Why?
That's the way it is. That's why it's the hardest trophy to win. It's all the way through the best of 7. It's
dumb is what it is.
No.
If you want to make money.
Oh my gosh, they're making money.
One-on-ones.
Anyways.
Yeah, they're making money. They're making real money.
Listen, I will say this, that the East looks like it's going to be crazy. I don't like the way, I have to say this. I'm sorry. It was just on my head. I don't like the way that this current playoff projections and the way that they do the playoff, it makes me upset.
Where is Toronto rated at in this world?
No, well, it doesn't matter. The thing is that Toronto, if let's say we beat Tampa, which I don't mind if we have to face Tampa in the first round, that's fine. But Boston will have to probably face Ottawa or Pittsburgh or one of those teams
because they're the 1 seed.
They're the 1 seed, okay. And then you have to face them right away in the next one. And I'm just like, they should be facing somebody that's a little bit lower, but it's not the way it is, and I hope that they change that. But anyways,
explain it.
So right now, you stay in your division, right? So you can have. That's why, it's a little disgusting that way.
Why is it the hardest trophy to win? Because it's stupid.
Because
you don't see it
out? It is stupid. It's stupid. No.
One plays 8, he plays 7, and no.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the way that it goes. Because you're knocking off top-notch teams right in the beginning.
So if a division's really good, you've got to play all those guys right away. And then you got to play the suckers.
Yeah, exactly. So,
stupid.
Yeah, but by the time you're in the Final Four, there's one team that made it through because maybe they got lucky, and it's just like
the best team in the worst division.
That's exactly it. Yeah, so it's
like the worst of the best. Yeah, shout out Ryan. See what I
But the thing is that Connor McDavid this year is doing something.
He's here.
He's not here.
Oh, he's
year. He's playing He's playing right now.
So
he's playing.
Kind of here.
Yeah, he's in Edmonton right now playing. But he's having a season, man. Like, he's already that much closer to 60 right now. With 14 games left in this regular season, this guy can reach 70 goals. He can reach over 160 points. We haven't seen this in forever.
What's forever? 10 years?
25?
It's good.
Like,
I just want to know. I'm just trying to get educated along with the folks at home.
he is on a tear, and he's going to be one of the greatest to ever play this game.
What if he doesn't ever play again? Is he still one of the greatest?
Absolutely. Well, no, I think you need...
How many years do you have to play in a sport before you could be considered like the greatest?
Well, this is only like his 5th or 6th year.
I'm just saying, how many for you?
Yeah.
You personally, like in a sport.
I don't know. To me, I think,
how many years?
Yeah.
So
right now, you're taking me off. You're taking me off of what I want to talk about, but that's fine. I could pick. I'm a professional. I can pick myself back up. Anyways,
let's see.
Anyways, so I'll tell you right now. I think more than anything, I mean, a decade at least in the league, right? A decade of showing, and you got to win one championship. You got to win one.
So?
I do. There's people that are in the Hall of Fame that have not, but their numbers are so stellar over 20-something years of a career. It almost feels unfair, though, that they didn't get the chance because maybe they played on like Tony Gwynn on San Diego when San Diego was poop.
Yeah, and in Minnesota.
Yeah,
arguably the greatest hitter of
has to be.
Yeah,
has to be. And no World Series titles, but unbelievable. You know,
it's hard because baseball's such a different sport from a championship. Than it is and
absolutely.
You can kind of chase.
It's a grind.
Baseball's a grind. Other,
like baseball's the only game that you can go into, and you expect to lose because there's 162 of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The whole thing is weird. Right? Hey, what's a really stellar batting average?
Oh, wouldn't you think 300 would be?
Yeah, but that's like a third, right? So
yeah,
you're good
exactly.
Every 3 times.
Exactly. Like, wouldn't you think 300?
Yeah.
I mean,
and even it is. I'm just saying, like that's what baseball is, right?
But most of these guys are hitting 260, 270. Yeah, really.
The core of the time, they're good players. They're solid effort guys. Yeah. And you win 100 games, 160 games isn't a great winning percentage.
Well, first off, that barely happens unless you're a Dodger.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless you're the Dodgers.
But even if you are, you're not much over, right? Yeah. You're not much over 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think about it, just 100 is like an unbelievable win season, but you still lost 62 games.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, that's the sport that it is. It's like you go in.
Baseball's hard.
You're expecting to lose maybe because it's just like anything could happen. I mean, it's truly the case. And just to be able, I mean, if you go in, like, there's slumps, there's all those things. It's just like it's a difficult sport. I hats off to them. But back to hockey, because Connor McDavid is doing something unbelievable. But again, somebody who finally got a Stanley Cup ring we're looking at what, 17, 18 years in the league. Alexander Ovechkin. So 18 years in the league. Just imagine this. He is on pace right now to have his 13th 40-goal season. Okay? He's about to break a record that Wayne Gretzky held. Okay? Which was, they were tied with 12 40-goal seasons. He's about to make it 13. There's only 5 times he didn't do that.
Ovechkin's been in the league so long, he's gone from Alex to Alexander. You know how old he makes him?
Oh, he's like 38, I believe.
I'm just saying, like, that's how he's like. He came in as Alex, and he's going down as Alexander. Yeah. That's funny.
He is something amazing, and it's funny because, like, you have a look at where he scored. Primarily, all of his goals is in the same area with that hard shot, and good on him. I mean, we need something like that in order to shake up hockey. It's like you have a guy that's about to break one of Gretzky's multitude of records. He's about to break one of them. And he's on the cusp of the next 2 seasons breaking the all-time goals record.
You think he'll play till he breaks it?
I think so. Why not? Yeah. Why not? I mean, He's still young enough to do it. And you obviously at 37, 38, you're getting 40 goals. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you supposed to do with that?
I wasn't planning on asking you this, but reminded me of it. Did you see the little dust up with J.J. Watt and the NHL reporter this week?
No.
I don't know the whole story, but it's basically this. J.J. Watt shows up back home.
Yeah.
Right? With some of his homies, and they're going to play hockey, right? Because with Wisconsin, J.J. Watt.
Right. Yeah.
And so he shows up, and they've got the gear for him, and they have 99 on his helmet, right? Because he's going to play like in a beer league.
Right.
And this NHL writer said anyone who wears 99 in a beer league is going to get dropped on site. J.J. Watt's like, what? Like, I'm not comparing myself to Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what are you? And then that NHL reporter just got drugged through the mud.
Well, yeah.
So, like, it's one thing if J.J. Watt isn't number 99 his entire career. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
that was his number in football, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why they did it.
Yeah.
They weren't doing it.
Obviously.
Like, it wasn't like he was,
I don't
96.
think that he was going in there thinking that, I Wayne Gretzky.
Like, I showed up.
Yeah, and it's a beer league. Yeah. It's a beer league. I mean, come on. Cut the guy some slack.
J.J. Watt, though, is 6'5", 295. That guy on skates in a beer league. You're going to drop him? Who thinks that?
I don't know, man.
And then NHL Riley doesn't skate. That's who does.
That's exactly it.
Anyway.
I mean, you just think about it. Ovechkin, who's all man, I think he stands about 6'3" at 240. He's a big man, Yeah. J.J. Watt's 50 pounds heavier than him.
I was going to say, Ovechkin's not a big man in this room. J.J. Watt's a big man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's some real thing right there.
That's true. It's true. But yeah, unbelievable season. I can't wait for the playoffs. It's exciting. It's exciting to watch. And to me, the last little bit to see who's going to make wild card and everything, it's really exciting. But I mean, it's the same thing with basketball.
That's why I'm tuning into the last 10 games.
That's exactly it. You're all about that. It's like, well, I'm in.
Oh, okay. What's going on here, folks? It's like not showing up to a party till 11 o'clock. You got to make sure everything's all primed out and ready to go first.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, you've been following NBA?
A little bit.
I've been kind of sleeping a little bit on the NBA.
The NBA feels like it's broken.
It does. It does, because when you could come in and demand to be traded, it's just like, what is this? Is this real? Is this real?
It just feels like the competition's down, maybe a level.
Maybe.
Something's up. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah. But I will say this. So the Bucks right now number 1 in the East.
Yeah.
I was really expecting the Celtics to be running away with that. But
they're
number 3. They're number 3, and 76ers are number 2. And Brooklyn is still in the race.
I think, though, that the Celtics have a better shot at 3. They have an easier path, I think, than...
Probably. Because is it Brooklyn at 6 or something like that?
Yeah.
Because I think number 5 right now is... Number 4 and 5 are Cleveland and the Knicks.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Knicks.
I wouldn't... You don't want Cleveland.
Well, yeah, both those teams. That's going to be a vicious. That's going to be a vicious first round there.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned. But the Raptors are in a play-in right now. They're 9th. I'm like, what in the world?
But if they win, though, they get Milwaukee, and who gives them more?
Yeah. Do you want?
Maybe, right? Think about it. If you're Milwaukee, do you want the matchup that the Raptors give you?
Yeah, the Raptors could give you fits. They can give you fits. I don't know.
I don't think the Raptors have a really good shot at winning a series unless it's the Bucks or the Celtics, to be honest with you, because that's the matchup for them.
Yeah, because they show up for those games.
They do, but they also they're primed perfectly to guard those guys. They're long and athletic with Siakam and Barnes on the wing. Yeah, they can handle those things, right? You give them the Sixers, and Joel Embiid's going to eat, and that's all there is to it. The Sixers and the Raptors matchup is terrible. That's a sweep.
Oh no,
right?
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
And then out in the West, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
So first of all, Golden State's back in the playoff picture with the worst road record in the entire league. They're just winning at home.
Yeah. Do you trust though that they don't make noise in the playoffs?
Oh no, they're going to make noise. Absolutely.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. They just have to get it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the Clippers right now, which is like their best showing, I think, of any playoffs right now.
Well, they're finally starting to get healthy.
So they're in.
Yeah.
Portland, though,
fell off the radar.
They're so far down. Like the Lakers right now are in play-in as we look at it right now.
Yeah, Anthony Davis is trying to earn that contract.
I tell you, the Lakers to me is just like a garbage team. I'm sorry, they're not a great team.
Well, they're better right now, and you have to wonder, without playing with LeBron, that's a really hard thing to say. But man, they're playing right now better than they were before.
The Jazz ended up falling right off the rails.
Well,
they started off hot.
Well, that's what they were trying to do. I mean, they traded. You can't trade 2 All-Stars. And then, I think they're trying to get in on the lottery sweepstakes, and then they all just gelled together and we're putting it on.
Oh, man. But then, so right now, I'm looking, I think, was it the Nuggets, number 1, which, I mean...
Most disrespected 1 seed.
Right? Like, nobody is giving them any sort of props at all. Yeah. It's like, whatever. Phoenix, I think they're number 2 right now.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Like that, yeah.
And honestly, I mean, Durant just went down with a weirdo ankle roll. Isn't that like, that's the way, to me... That's the way it gets paid back, You want out of Brooklyn? Man, here you go.
Nothing ever feels more. This will be the thing, though, is that if he gets healthy and they walk into the playoffs and they just go barnstorming and they make the finals, I feel like the NBA is rigged.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. Although I am looking forward to the playoffs in the NBA.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I mean, the season's just been kind of like.
Yeah, and maybe it's us. Maybe it's just.
I don't know. There was a lot more hype with things, and this season it just like
this coming out of the pandemic, our attention spans aren't great, and we're just like, meh. There's too many other things.
So, and there hasn't been any stories really to come out and just make me feel like, that's a hatred going on. You just want to watch this. Maybe I don't know, but the playoffs, that there's going to be some instant rivalries happening.
You know what's been fun about instant rivalries is the XFL.
I haven't been watching too much there, but
It's such a good product.
Man, I haven't been watching.
It's better than anything we've ever seen between college and the NFL.
Really?
Instantly. It's fantastic.
Because I'm a big CFL fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big CFL fan.
The rule changes in the XFL actually makes sense.
All right, I'm going to have to pay attention to a game.
Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then 1 game on Sunday. That's how it rolls. All
right.
There's nothing better for you to do.
Because USFL has just came out as well, too, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. But the XFL, fantastic.
Their product's really good then. Okay, I'm going to have to pay attention.
A lot of fun.
Because I don't know. Like, if there's a springtime league that I want to watch, it's going to be the CFL. But I'll pay attention.
You got to check it out.
I'll have a look.
I figured, with your
how's your Sea Dragons doing?
Competitive. It's fun.
That's good.
All the games are close. And that's the thing about is, at the end of the game, onside kicks become a 4th and 20 play, which is way more fun than an onside kick.
That is pretty cool.
And you can score up to 9 points on a touchdown. So touchdowns are 6, and then you can determine how far back you want to go and based on points.
What?
So if you're 9 points, it's a 9-point game, it's no longer a 2-possession game. But you have to convert from the 15 to score to get 3 points.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or from the 10 for 2 and so it ramps it up. So if there's no game that's ever really out. You could be down 17 points, but you could make that up in a couple of touchdowns. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the CFL does it with the time stopping after the 3-minute warning, and then they stop the time every time, right? So that just allows you to make your plays.
Yep. So in the XFL, it does that. I think in the last 2 minutes, they stop for first downs. For the same reason.
That's smart because it becomes more competitive then, really.
Yeah, it does. It's a better. So I think you probably can't do it in the NFL because the guys are too good, right? Yeah. It's more of a competitive advantage.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
but here in the lesser league, right, you should because you need to ramp that up, and it's fascinating too. If you want to learn football, it's a great spot to learn.
Yeah,
because they have the microphones from the play callers to the players, so all the skill position players on both sides of the ball, so the running backs, the wide receivers, and the quarterback all have headsets in.
All right.
And they can talk all the way to the snap. So the coach is telling the quarterback and the skill, hey, this guy's on this, run this, like they're all made. It's fantastic.
All right, I'm gonna have to pay attention to this here.
And the replay is way better. Like you just gotta watch it. It's a good product.
The Rock should be paying you right now.
He should be.
He should be. You just made me interested to come and watch an XFL game. The Rock should be giving you some money right now.
You heard it here first.
Listen, Dwayne, you should be paying Brad.
Dwayne to Claus.
Dwayne, you should be paying Brad right. Dwayne to Claus. I've been watching Young Rock too. There.
Anyway, free agency then.
Yes.
Is the next thing,
dude. Ezekiel Elliott, do you miss him?
I don't. I mean, someone tried to convince me that Seattle should sign him for a third down back, and I was like, his legs are gone. You can tell his legs are gone.
I mean, somebody's gonna sign him. Somebody's going to sign him somewhere.
Oh, I mean, Dak's so hurt about it. Dak's going to give up some of his own money so he can come play there.
You'd probably take the league minimum to come back.
Dak needs his homie. Dak's going to pay him.
Man. Well, I think...
Big surprises. There's just some shifts. Carolina's making a big jump early. I mean, we don't see trades for number one pick.
Number one pick? I don't even get that.
A month out, right? But here we are.
I don't even get it. Who do they trade to get? I forget. I just saw a first-round pick to Carolina.
They traded their 9th pick, and they traded a couple of later picks they got with in the McCaffrey trade, and then they traded their receiver. I always mess it up because there was another guy by the name that played for the Seahawks. DJ Moore.
And they traded this with
Chicago.
Chicago. That's right. Chicago traded away the
number one pick for the 9th pick. I mean, it says
what does Chicago see that
it says they believe in Justin Fields? I think it says that.
Well, yeah, but what do they see that? Like, what you think the first round pick is going to be a quarterback right off the bat?
Oh, in Carolina?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'd
be interesting.
The draft's going to get crazy.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people in Chicago that were upset about that though, because it's just like you had the first round pick. You haven't even done a thing.
It makes a lot of sense though when you think about how many holes they have to fill. I think they went from having 2 picks in the first 100 to having 5 picks in the first 100. So
it's true though. You're right. They do have a lot. Like Chicago's got a lot of positions to fill to make them competitive right now. And it's sad, but
they're losing
right.
their running backs. I mean, they're
it's
fascinating to me that a lot of these deals in the NFL are 1-year deals, because the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement for the players, comes out next year, which raises the salary cap,
right?
Potentially in the TV deal and all those kinds of things.
Smart as far as
so many guys are just taking 1-year prove-it deals.
That's smart though. That's smart. They're taking a page out of the NBA is what I think.
Really, I think so
when it
too.
Comes down to it, it's like they're taking a page from that to make some sort of team to go after a championship. Which I mean, to me, it's like. Heck, man, you're making money off of sponsorships and advertising and everything. Why not take a little bit of a pay cut on your... who cares?
Yeah, even if it's not a pay cut, it's a not guaranteed money.
Not guaranteed money.
Not a
exactly.
3-year deal with you're giving back some of that money, and just injuries are what they are, and you get some insurance.
That's it. Now, what's happening with Aaron Rodgers there? Is he a Jet to start the season?
I mean... I don't know. He can't not be now.
Yeah, it sounds like. I mean, were you surprised that he came on to whose show was that? Oh my
Pat
gosh,
McAfee.
because
they're friends. He's done everything with.
Well, were you surprised that he came out there and just basically just trash talk Green Bay? I mean,
no. You know why? He stole all the leverage from Green Bay.
I guess he did. Do you think he wanted out for this many seasons, and this is his way out?
No, I think that they told him they wanted to move on from him, and he took that personally.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but Green Bay, this is what they do.
I think he wanted... We all know this guy, right? Yeah. You know the guy that thinks the grass is greener other places, and he still goes home at night?
Yeah.
That's who Aaron Rodgers is.
But Aaron Rodgers, to me, is like Brett Favre.
Yes.
Just
20 years later.
Yeah, exactly. It looks exactly the same.
Listen, how surprised are you going to be if we find out in 3 years there's a picture involving jean shorts and a wristwatch with Aaron Rodgers? That's how much like Brett Favre Aaron Rodgers is.
Yeah. Like he's about to go to the same team. He's about to go to the same team.
Yeah, he's the same career.
And then watch him afterwards. I'm going to go to Minnesota.
Yes, he's going to send an unsolicited pic in his jean shorts with his Casio watch on or whatever they wear in the dark, and then they're going to let him go to Minnesota.
Oh my gosh. It's just
he's the ultimate little brother.
I tell you, man, it's too much.
He's so mad at Brett Favre for making him sit on the bench that long that he's just going to go do that.
I'm just going to copy you.
They're copy it and do it better, bro.
Man. Do you think Seattle is done yet?
No, can't be. They've done a lot of really great things, shoring up the defensive line. They made some big splashes. I think they have to, from simply just a locker room and culture perspective, bring Bobby Wagner back. Bobby Wagner's a very productive linebacker.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. But
the team, the players want him back. The fans want him back. Yeah. They need to bring Bobby Wagner back for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, how long is this deal over in LA? Is it over? Or
they cut him. He's on the street. He's a free agent.
Why?
They cut everybody.
Because they were so bad. They were just trash.
There's no one left.
Yeah.
No one.
Trash. It's Aaron Donald. That's it.
Yeah. It's Aaron Donald and Matt Stafford, who apparently can't throw a tennis ball. So.
Well, I just heard that Matt Stafford, that they're looking to make trades for him.
I think he's going to retire. It's not good. Allen Robinson, they moved on from Allen Robinson, the receiver they traded for last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all gone. Odell Beckham's not going back. They have no interest in Odell Beckham. They traded Jalen Ramsey to the Miami Dolphins. I mean, we're not.
Interesting.
They're reloading or resetting or doing something. They got to get out from all that payroll they had set, which is things we've talked about. When they won the championship, we said this is not sustainable roster, right?
No.
And now we're seeing it come home to bear.
Well, Sean McVay had really the ultimate Madden team. Ultimate Madden team when he wins I got a Madden team.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
But we knew it wasn't sustainable.
You see Von Miller and Aaron Donald out there in the same. What is going on here? Odell Beckham is taking your catches. Matt Stafford, he's a little older, but he's out there tossing it.
They're not winning that with JJ Goff.
Yeah, I'm there going, what is going on here? Although, you know what? Jared Goff, all right, he brought Detroit to the playoffs. I think he's legit.
I'm not saying he's not. They would have gone to the playoffs with that roster. They wouldn't have won the Super Bowl with that roster. That's all.
No. Yeah, I think
Jared Goff is there.
That was
Stafford.
Yeah, that was a complete Madden team there. But I mean, you got
to think now, right, that they won Detroit's won that trade.
Easily. As far as the long run goes, absolutely. Because you got your Super Bowl, but that's it. And now McVay's we're going to see McVay for a million chunky commercials now, and it's I don't know.
Yeah, they sold it. That's the downs. I mean, that's the way that you can go in the NFL, right? You can take the quick route, buy that roster, hope it hits, right, and then blow it all up.
That's fine, though. If you feel that you have that time, you know what I mean? The Raptors did the exact same thing, making that one really risky trade. Yeah. Because you just don't know.
It's Stan Kroenke.
What
else do you expect from the guy?
He has a Stanley Cup championship, too.
He still owes the city of St. Louis how many hundreds of millions of dollars for breach of lease. I mean, he's just that guy.
Yeah, but don't forget too. I mean, he's also owner of the Colorado Avalanche, who won the cup. Although I don't think the Avalanche are going to do it again this year. They lost too much talent.
Yeah, but same mindset, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Slumlord City.
Interesting. Oh my gosh. What else? I don't even know anything big.
World Baseball Classic is fun. You want to release, I feel like you watch the World Baseball Classic just like you watch the World Cup and you go, man, Major League Baseball wears its collar buttoned all the way up with a tie on because these fans are fantastic. I like the bat flip. I like the flare. I like that, I like that. You know me. I think that's fun.
You know what? I think it'd be interesting. World Baseball Classic. What's the final? Is U.S. versus Mexico? Is that it? That's the final.
I think they're playing. Japan and Mexico are playing tonight to find out who the winner is.
Who the winner is. Okay.
And they play Tuesday. They play America. Or the United States for the championship.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting there. But hey, going into it, I heard what you're saying about the Mariners. Yeah, the Mariners, they got a lot of noise. You got Robbie Ray. You got Teoscar Hernandez. You got Julio Rodriguez, you got Ty France, you got You have too many
George Kirby,
weapons.
Logan Gilbert, all those guys.
Yeah, like that.
Marco Gonzalez, who we all like, the Seattle fan base has dumped on Marco Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Third most starts, third most innings in the last 10 years or 7 years.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a good season. Although I was talking to one of my good buddies there. He's an Angels fan. I mean, there's no accounting for taste. But the thing is that he was there telling me that that his Angels are going to be ahead of the Mariners, and I'm there going, listen, it's an arms race over in the West.
Based on what?
I don't know. He thinks that a healthy Rendon and
listen, that's where I would have bought if you just said a healthy Trout, but like, come on.
I'm there going, listen, it's arms race in the West, okay? Because everybody's competing with Houston. Nobody's saying that Houston is not going to drop. I
don't know now.
I think if any team could do it, it is Seattle. But
no Verlander anymore.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
Altuve's out for a certain extent of time.
And then you have the Rangers, who are loaded up for bear. Okay.
Yeah, they're the paper Yankees, though.
They kind of are. They look
really good on paper, but then you see them in the field, you're like, meh.
So I think that the American League West, that's another one where your American League champions are going to come out of. And the Dodgers are going to have a Dodgers year.
Atlanta might give him a run, though, right? If Acuna can stay healthy.
Well, I think so, too. I don't think...
If he's back from that ACL.
That's exactly it. So I think, like, it's going to be the East, National League East, where you see the champion come out for them. And it'll be another one of those West versus East like that. I don't know. I mean, the Padres, would it be nice to see the Padres go to the World Series? Absolutely. But I'm actually more excited to see the Mariners go to the World Series because they're my sister team.
It always feels...
That's my sister team.
It always feels gross. I'm just going to ignore you. It always feels gross when the team with the highest payroll makes the World Series. That always feels gross to me. So,
hey, you could do it. That's fine.
I agree, but it's like kissing your sister.
Yeah, but
you might have all the money, but you're still kissing your sister.
Yeah, but look at the Yankees. When's the last time they've been there? And they've had talent on that team up and down. Yeah. This is the first year I don't think that they're as talented as what they could have been. No. The Jays are coming in, though, and I know you don't think that they look good. I think they look pretty good to at least make wild card, if not win the East. I think they can win the East. I think the Guardians are going to win the Central yet again.
Yeah. Cleveland's good.
Yeah. And
I don't think that Toronto looks terrible. I just, how I feel about it. So.
Oh, no. I mean, like, seriously, they have a pretty good pitching staff in there.
They do.
They're it's the big bats that are gone, like Gurriel's and
where did he go?
I forget, but he's gone.
That sucks for you guys.
And also Teoscar. Like that's two big.
Do you think
bats.
Lottie has, when his contract's up, that he goes somewhere else?
It's always a possibility. I mean, you got all three of those guys.
He just doesn't feel entrenched there, right? Like, it feels like he'll go to Tampa or...
I don't know. He's the one that started that whole entire thing there in Toronto, though, with the jacket, the home run jacket.
I know, but I just wonder about him and him going home, because Florida's his...
Yeah, but Canada's also his home.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I mean...
It's not California.
I guarantee you, yeah. I mean...
Healthy Rendon or not, right?
Listen, anything can happen, right? And I'm not sitting there and saying, because the thing is that to keep all those guys, to keep Bo Bichette, and to keep Vladdy, and to keep, Bijou you could probably keep no problem. At least those two guys, that's going to cost real money.
Yeah.
Like, that's not...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real money.
You got pitching, but you got to get more pitching.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, really, our window is getting shorter and shorter because these guys are coming off of their arbitration years. I mean, who knows?
Arbitration's such a funny thing. Talk about something else from the 1950s. Jeez. Man. Is there any more power struggle than arbitration? Hey, listen, we really like you, but you suck here and here and here. I'm not going to pay you that because you don't do well here. Cool? Cool. Okay. Hey, see you on Tuesday for spring training. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a thing, man. I don't know. Like arbitration. It's like I remember they used to do it in the NHL and stuff like that beforehand there too.
I wish they would televise it.
Right? I can see why now he wants to leave. I see why now he wants to leave this organization at free agency.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for baseball coming back too, and I'm excited to see the conclusion of this World Baseball Classic as well. That'll be interesting.
It's gonna be fun. Your sister country, or whatever.
No, the Mariners are the sister team.
Oh, yeah.
Them and the Blue Jays both broke in the same year.
Yeah.
But we have 2 World Series.
Yeah. Well,
you have the most wins in a regular season. We have 2 World Series.
6 of 1, half dozen of that.
Yeah.
Want to play a little one-on-one?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You got one for me?
I do.
All right. You want me to start with mine?
No, I'll go ahead and go.
All
It's
right.
fine. Just, I want to give you the move,
All right.
Being a gentleman that I am.
Okay.
So, when taking a shower, which I assume you do regularly.
Yeah, I try to. Yeah.
What's the first body part that you wash?
My first body is the chest. Yeah. Chest.
Let's go right for it.
Yeah.
It's right there. You just.
It's there.
Do you spend the most time washing your chest? That's
No.
the follow-up question.
No.
All right.
But the chest can get the suds going real good.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right. I got a question for you. If you are out in the woods and there's no porta potties about, are you willing to lose a sock, or would you use leaves if you had to take a number 2?
What time of the year is it?
Spring. Let's go. Right now.
Yeah.
Spring.
I'll lose a sock.
You lose a sock?
Yeah.
Not going to use the leaves?
I don't know leaves well enough. You know what I mean?
What about a pine cone?
I feel like it's rough. I feel like all those things are rough. I live too much of a privileged life.
All right. If we go into summer, what are we using?
Still a sock. It's not a sock, it's the winter.
Winter.
I don't want cold feet.
What are you going to use in the winter?
Whatever I can find on the ground is fine.
Snow?
Sure.
You're going to rub snow?
Like a natural bidet? Something. Who knows? I don't want to have cold feet.
This is the best one-on-one answer yet.
Because he finally asked a good question.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just peed myself a little. Yeah. Okay.
You've never had to sacrifice an article of clothing in a moment?
Oh no, I have. But it was also a sock as well. I'm sorry, I wasn't about to use leaves either.
No. Do you trust leaves well enough to know what's going to give you a rash?
Leaves a 3. Let it be.
Maybe. What makes a leaf a 3? Do you know? Are you confident?
Irish poison iron.
I know, but are you confident you're able to pick it out? I'm just asking. That's what I'm saying.
I think 80%.
Can you think of anything worse?
I mean, there's still a 20% chance I can get it, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad places to get a rash.
That's the worst, I think. That area is the worst, for sure.
Right at the equator.
Give me some of that cream.
Yeah, right at the equator.
All right, give me a fist pound on that one. That was good.
Okay, kids. Till next time. A and B show coming at you right in your ear. Be good at it.
Righto.